Heidi ho, welcome. It's your girl. I know I said in my last video if I didn't post this one, I was dead. Or maybe that was the last video that I recorded but did not upload. I don't know. So essentially, I didn't upload week 2, week 3, or week 4. I have a very legitimate excuse, okay? So week 3, we were moving and everyone that was supposed to help us load the U-Haul backed out last minute. So I had to load a 26-foot U-Haul by myself. Then we had 5 friends here who helped us unload it, and it felt like I did literally nothing. So yes, this is my new room. I do have a light switch cover. I pulled it off to paint. So yeah, my rooms, I painted it. I've got green over there, and I did like this salmony color on like these walls. It looked great when I swatched it. Did not look great once you put it on the walls. Not when it was everywhere. It's like, no. This paint though, I literally did one coat. So, my room is upstairs. It's the only upstairs room, and it is over the garage, and it is dying heat in here. I have one AC vent, and it doesn't really work. So I'm getting more fans. I also don't have a door. I bought 94-inch curtains from IKEA. So I have a curtain door and a pet gate at the bottom. Anyway, so since I didn't upload week 2, 3, or 4, we're going to go over them in this one video as a big blob. First of all, I would like to say these are my opinions. This is how I feel about school. You may not feel the same way. Everybody has their own opinion towards Full Sail. People call it a scam. Others say it's fantastic. I'm just giving you my general idea to maybe help you understand what this school is like. With that being said, let's get right into this. First class was a freaking nightmare. So if you saw week 1 video, you know that I was losing my crap over everything. It did not get better really until the very last week. Because the very last week, you literally only had like one assignment. So again, I will say, these online classes really are not meant for someone who has a job. Because if I had a job, I would be losing my shit. Because I have a hard enough time now making time to actually do my assignments. And your teacher may be completely different from mine. You may have my teacher, and I'm not going to say her name because she is a lovely woman, and I am actually going to meet her when I go on campus, like next week, to pick up my computer, because my computer got dropped in moving. So I had to do the last of my assignments on my iPad. And then I got my big PC put up, but even then, the chair I was sitting in, it hurt my bottom really, really bad. I'm still in pain. It is not a good chair. I'm trying to get a new desk chair because my desk chair also broke in moving. So, anyway, moving on. So just to cover like the whole points, I did pass this class with a 97.96. So basically 98. It's an A. I'm happy. And I did get 100% on my last 2 weeks. So on week 3 and week 4, I got 100%. Mom. But I don't think people really know like how stressed I was. So to put it clearly, I think the class I'm taking this month, which is what the class that teaches you time management and how not to be stressed, should be the first class you take, then creative presentation. Just putting that out there, Full Sail. Just putting that out there. So week 2 assignment was planning your presentation, and I had a very hard time understanding this because it made no sense. And I contacted my teachers like, hey, I don't understand this, what we're supposed to be doing. And she said, go watch the live stream. I was like, I was there. We conversed with each other. You said my name a couple times. I'm the only Hannah in this entire class. I don't know about your other classes, but I'm the only one here. And I also sent that message immediately after the live stream. I did not get a response until like 6 to 8 o'clock that night. And I'm like, this assignment's due in 48 hours, and you're still not answering my question. Even though you can say, hey, go watch the live stream, but also here's my answer to your question here. You couldn't have done that. But telling me to go watch a live stream, that literally talked zero about what we were supposed to do, by the way, does not help. So I Googled this assignment. And when I Googled it, I found Course Hero, where someone had uploaded what their assignment looked like. I'm like, blessed be the Lord, for this lamb has treated me well. I now know what I need to do. And I did my assignment. I think I got like a 97 on that or something. I don't know. There must be a cat coming up the stairs because my camera just went off. Is there a kitty? Kitty? Maybe not. Maybe it's just somebody walking past the stairs. I don't know. We have a camera on the stairs. Anyway. I think I got like a 97 or 98 on that assignment. I don't know. I don't remember, and I'm not going to go back and look right now. But I will post all of these so you can see what they look like, maybe like right here. But anyway, so yeah, I did that well, and that Friday week, I don't know, maybe it was that Friday week or the last Friday week, I don't know, one or the other. The Friday one actually ended on time because a lot of her lectures were going way over time that was allotted for them. So like our lectures were supposed to be 6 to 7:30. I'm sitting there 7:30 when it's like, hey, can you guys stay around for another 15 minutes? I'm like, no, I gotta go. It's recorded. I can finish watching it later. I went back and she actually went 45 minutes over the end of the lecture time. And I'm like, wow, people actually stayed here for this? Or were you just talking to yourself in the end? Because, you know, people have lives. I had to go to the grocery store and stuff. And I was sitting also in Del Taco because we didn't have internet at home. And I was freezing my ass off. But anyway, that ended on time. And that was Monday's lecture that ended way over. But the Friday one ended on time. I know I'm like mixing things up. I'm just trying to remember everything. Because like it's been a crazy October. But that Friday lecture, she actually talked about what we were supposed to be doing, which is what she should have talked about on Monday, but she didn't. She talked about 2 weeks, and the assignment, our final assignment, was what she talked about on the second week Monday lecture, which is supposed to talk about that week's final assignment. But she talked about the final assignment for the entire month. I'm like, this is not helpful. This is not helpful, and it's not helpful when you finally give us the information on Friday when the assignment's due on Sunday. This is not helpful. Not helpful at all. Anyway, third week rolls around. This is the week I was moving, and I had to ask for an extension because everyone who was supposed to help us load our U-Haul backed out last minute. My mom has a bad back. My grandpa's 86 years old. We have no family here. So I had to load a 26-foot U-Haul by myself. It took 2 days. We were supposed to leave Friday morning at 5 a.m. We left Saturday morning at 3 a.m. and unloaded the U-Haul at 1 p.m. on Saturday. We did not sleep for at least I didn't. I didn't get to sleep for almost 72 hours because all the people who told us they would help us backed out the very last minute. And you only get a U-Haul for 3 days. So, like, it wasn't like we could reschedule because we also had to schedule around our friends helping us that Saturday. So because of this, I had asked for an extension basically at the start of the week. She's like, oh, it's fine. Just let it run out and I'll reopen it for you. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Had I known, I would have gotten a 3.5 deduction from my professional grade. I would have tried to multitask and do my assignment while loading the U-Haul. I mean, 3.5 is not a lot out of 100. But it pissed me off because I was not told that I would get a 3.5 deduction from my professional grade. So keep that in mind. If you need an extension, you might get a point deduction off your GPS. Just saying. Now, I did also get 100 on that assignment. So that worked out, you know. That assignment was actually, I thought originally it was a written draft of your script. It was not. It was a video draft. And come around 10 o'clock on Monday, I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually supposed to verbally do this and add slides in, and I broke my laptop. Well, technically my friend did. Or something. It broke along the way somewhere. It got dropped or something. And I still don't have a laptop. I don't really have a computer. All I have is my desktop, and there's, like, it's strictly for gaming and doing heavy animation stuff. It is not. I try not to do anything else on that computer. So that's why I have my laptop, and I can't get my school laptop for another week. So I've been doing almost 3 weeks worth of classes now on my iPad and my phone. And it's not easy, because there's some things that I really need from my computer and my desktop just doesn't have, because I've never downloaded it on there, and I've used all my downloads, so I have to have my laptop. But anyway, see, I did my 2 final assignments on my laptop. And I did actually do like the editing for my final draft on my big computer, because I upload video games on my other channel, so I have lots of editing software on there. So I did actually edit that on there, because that's another reason why that's for. And I got 100 on that assignment too. So I passed this class with a 97.96. So basically a 98. I passed with flying colors. Like, it's not 100, but like a 98. I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, so the final draft was actually a video presentation. So I'm up here in my room, hunched over, because I had nothing in my room. I didn't even have my bed in here yet. So I'm hunched over my laptop on, what is it, I had bought, a couple years ago, I bought like an app called CuteCut. And I'm on it, dragging and dropping photos, going, yes, and this is so-and-so, I believe, and blah, blah, blah. And you can just hear the echo of my room. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is horrible. I'm going to fail this. And I got 100 on it. She was actually really impressed, because I had to do it on my iPad. So I guess that worked out really well. And then for your final draft, you had to make changes, visible changes to, well, your final presentation, not your final draft, but you had to have actual changes from your final draft to your final presentation. So most of my changes were like, I took, there was literally like only 1 or 2 things she told me. She's like, you need to have a website in it and also say your name at the end. That was literally the only feedback she could give me, because mine was done really well. So I did that. And what my other changes is I had my slides and like my video. Like, I recorded myself drawing and animating, and then like I recorded, instead of having like a black screen where there were slides, I actually did this. I spoke and looked at a camera and showed myself. So she was very impressed with that, and I got 100. So just take that in consideration. Instead of just having slides, actually show yourself, because she was very impressed with that. So just keep that in mind. Also, there's a little thing called Course Hero. You might want to look at getting a free account for that, because I used Course Hero a lot when I was trying to figure out what these assignments were, because Full Sail's instructions are actually not very detailed. They don't really explain what you need to do for these assignments, and like I said, when I asked, I didn't really get an answer. That's when I started Googling things and going on YouTube. So yeah, just Google the assignments. Just like type in like Full Sail, and I would just like type in 2.4. And a lot of times, because like everything's like 2.4, because it's the weeks for each month is like 2.4. That means week 2, final assignment, because there's 4 assignments maybe in that month, in that week or something. So 4 would be the final slate. But every time I would look up Full Sail 2.4 or something, creative presentation was always the class that came up. It wasn't like any other classes. It was always creative presentation that came up. So just keep that in mind, that things are not very clear. And it could just be the teacher I had that just didn't clarify anything enough. Because also in the live things, she would get really off topic. Like I said, she would go a month, like a week in advance for those assignments. Or not even in that week yet. So, Course Hero, YouTube, just all that kind of stuff. It really helps. All in all, communication I don't like that 3.5 deduction, but whatever. It's just whatever. And then like instructions need to be better. That's just, those are my 3 things that I believe should change. Is that communication, teachers need to better communicate. I still don't believe in the 3.5 deduction because I've asked for extensions in a professional background and I've never gotten in trouble for that. And then instructions, both instructions from the teacher as well as full self instructions in the PDFs could definitely be a lot better. Instead of me running around Googling last minute what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. Just saying. So yeah, this is my review essentially of creative presentation from Full Sail. So it is the first class you take, no matter if you're online or not. And yeah, videos will start going weekly again. We'll start going weekly. So anyway, you'll get to see why, if you are on my TikTok, why I was freaking out Tuesday. Because boy, this next class really should be the first class you take because it's about time management and stuff. But also, there's a lot of things in this class that you could easily fail this class, like 100%. You could fail this class by missing like 1 or 2 things every week. Just like 100% fail it. So anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching. And yes, I am alive. I'm not dead yet. Not yet. Almost. Some guy almost pulled into me today, and a lady almost pulled out. She did pull out in front of me. I almost did T-bone her. Going 25. She pulled out in front of me. 25. That still would have caused at least a little bit of damage. Because I was also going downhill. But anyway, yeah. Bye-bye.